only on the station where music must be played live. That's right, that's right. Feel the energy, the enthusiasm.
I actually did it good today.
Yeah.
I got my, you know why? Because I got my favorite soft drink. Ding!
Rip it.
Right.
Rip it.
Yep. Liquid crack.
I wouldn't call it liquid crack.
It's crack to me. Because it bring me up. Yeah, you bring me up.
Liquid crack. Hey, just on a sad note, I want to dedicate this show to a homeboy of mine that was killed on Saturday. This last Saturday, Dimitri. His name was D. So I dedicate this show to him, and just want to encourage everyone to get rid of this thing called hate and learn how to love. Senseless act of murder. So this show is for him. May he rest in peace. Dimitri, Lil D. I went to school with him and came out of school and we crossed paths and got a chance to actually talk because in school didn't really say anything to him. So my heart is a little heavy, but as they say in show business, the show must goes on. So with that being said, I have in the studio the pleasure of having one person back and one person being here for the first time. So, why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name is Jolie.
Jolie.
Back again for the second time. I'm so excited. I missed you guys.
We missed you too. You doing it big.
I'm trying.
I saw a last performance that you did. You doing your thing.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yes.
I owe you a drop.
Yes, you need to do the drop.
My phone is funky, and it was like, now I don't want to send it, so I'll make one for you partly.
And to the left of me is the beautiful, the talented
Jamrock the Maven.
Jamrock. You're a Maven.
Yes, I'm Maven.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I heard so much about you. Wow, I'm honored. I hear so much about people, and then when they come, I get to meet them. That's cool. You're listening to the Charm City Direct Radio Show on the station where music must be played loud. We are here with the members of the...
Hey, dog. Don't be trying to take my words from me, dog. Don't do that, dog.
I have no clue what you
You
said.
said loud, and that's supposed to be my part.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can do it again.
No, dog.
Why are you calling me dog? It's just some old California slang.
Yeah.
Throw your deuces up. What's that, Sue? It's all about that turkey gravy, dude.
Yeah, dog.
Let's get into this good interview with the beautiful, the talented Jolie and the talented, the beautiful Jamrock
Yes.
Maven.
Yes.
I have a, please forgive me, I have a horrible time mixing up names. Now, you guys are performers for the PDM. PDM, everybody, panel discussion and musical that's being taken place at 5 Seasons, December the 8th, 5 o'clock to 11:30. It's going down. Yours truly, I will be the co-host for the event. It's going down. It's going down. So, Maiden, you are an original member
Yes.
of F the N Click.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, it kind of started because in the artist world, in Baltimore per se, it's a lot of cliques. And I'm a grown woman, so when I came to the 5 Seasons, I basically expected all love. But apparently it's not all love in Baltimore. It's if you're in this circle, then you fit in, or if you're in that circle. And if you're not, then they really don't accept you. They kind of want you to go through all these hoops to you know, perform. And I'm my own person, so it's like, you know, we're all adults here. And if it's all love, because when I go to 5 Seasons, it's called Warm Wednesdays.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be love, but it's kind of like a front that they put on. So after N-Click started, kind of because of that was like the foundation of it. So after NCLIC is a Stop the Bullying movement, and basically we're trying to stop all types of bullying in Baltimore and hopefully around the world, because everywhere you go, regardless if you're 8 years old or 50 years old, there's always some type of criticism against someone, or stereotype, or some type of bullying where someone is trying to fit into a group. And we're trying to get everybody to have unity and uniqueness and individuality.
Cool. And you're also performing a poem, correct?
Yes, I'm performing a poem.
Which is entitled,
Bullied a Chance.
we're getting the cue card in the back.
Yeah. Well, my poem is basically, I'm a Muslim, so it's basically me growing up, and it's called Bullied by Being a Muslim.
Okay.
So everybody has their individual experience of being bullied. If they were in high school, some people, they have stories about being bullied of their perception, about color,
and we had,
religion.
not to cut you off, we had other members as well for not last week, but week after last, we had members to come on to talk about their various perceptions of what they're experiencing as far as bullying is concerned. Just briefly, tell me a little bit about the poem.
Well, the poem has 2 parts in it. It's really personal, but I found out after I read the poem that a lot of people kind of going through the same thing, and it's not, I thought it was, just me or just Muslims, but apparently it's all over. It's basically being naive to the world, not knowing that there's all this ununity going on. Meaning I sit here in a group and not knowing that someone is making fun of me or not accepting me because of who I am or what I'm doing. And I was basically naive to the whole entire situation. And I grew up like that. So it was kind of like, my parents kind of sheltered me, and they didn't really show me what the real world was about. It was kind of like, I'm showing you this perfect thing where everybody is accepting of you and everybody is loved, when it's really not. So that's basically what the poem is about.
Wow. And we'll get a chance to hear that poem definitely at the PDM,
Yes.
Dr. Ahmed Royalty Showcase, PDM panel discussion of musical on the 8th, December the 8th. Make sure you plan to be in attendance at 5 Seasons, 5 o'clock to 11:30. It all goes down. I'm going to focus my attention to this beautiful queen in front of me, that goes by the name of Jolie. And I had the privilege to have her on my show a while back, and she graced us with her singing ability. So, Jolie, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here. I'm short. I'm like,
And
for you guys that don't know, I am vertically challenged.
You always seem,
Me too.
you always seem to get the red mic.
Well, I know, because remember before I was all divish, I had my little vintage red dress on. I said, ooh, this matches. I'm going to sit right, huh?
Yeah.
So it's my favorite mic now.
And she came in, Maven, and requested water.
Oh my goodness, are you still on that?
I'm still on that.
Can I request some water too?
See, now.
You don't have any water.
You just have to go.
Sorry. She gonna call.
We got some tea. Drink at your own risk, because it might be syrup. It might be king syrup.
Oh wow.
And Jolie, you're performing as well.
Yes.
At the PDM.
Yes.
The panel discussion of the musical as well. You're performing a poem.
Yes, I am.
And because you're being bullied because you're dark skinned. Wow. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I wrote the poem. It was because growing up, I grew up with a very, very light-skinned mother and a dark-skinned father.
Okay.
So, and then I have Dominican heritage and all this craziness going on around me. But they were always like, "Oh wow, your mom is so white. She's so pretty," and then they'd be looking at me like, "That can't possibly be her child." So it stemmed from that. It stemmed from school, yada yada. I don't mean yada yada, but I mean it's like I went through it in high school. So I decided, when he came to me, he's like, hey, you know, let's get together. We should do something. So I wrote a poem about being bullied because of the color of my skin. Not only was I bullied because I was dark skinned, it was like, okay, she's a black girl and she listens to rock and she dresses weird and she does all that. So it was this whole total package.
Okay.
So I decided to put it in one poem. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
It's amazing. And of course, you will be performing that poem.
Yes, I will.
When you said you put it all together, how many days did it take? What was the process?
It took a while, just because like I was doving in depth. Right. Rewind. Remix. No. I was diving into some things that I suppressed.
Okay.
And I mean, even to this day, I still get remarks about the color of my skin, which is absolutely asinine.
You are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to go on the record and say that you're beautiful.
Thank you. I
love your skin.
I appreciate it.
I'm about to be a bully because she want to get the red mic, but she got the purple on.
Well, y'all don't have a purple mic.
So you off.
And red and blue makes purple, so now.
Okay. Good one.
How did we go off the subject of talking about porn? It's always Mike.
Yeah, it's
Bully
always
me.
Mike.
I'm being bullied.
I miss you.
Bullied for wearing purple.
I miss
My
you.
next poem.
Bullied for wearing purple.
Make it really happy in here.
Heard it here first on the Charles City Power radio show. Bullied for mixing whatever colors that makes purple.
Right.
Because she came and was like, I want the red mic. And I was like, okay.
And the first time, right?
Right. She came back in the day with the same thing, like, I want the red mic.
But I just feel most comfortable here because it's familiar.
There you go. Familiar comfort.
See?
That's a new word, familiar comfort. Hey, look. Let's go back.
Yes.
You're doing this poem. Let's talk about the experiences that you had being cold, dark skin, because it's funny because another young lady was being bullied because she was light skinned.
You know my Whitney?
Yes,
We
Whitney.
got the Whitney C.
Shout out to
Love
Whitney.
you. That's my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun. And we're like, I mean, we're all close in this group, but Whitney and I seem to gel. Like, it's funny how that works. Personally, I think it was because my mother was so bright, and my sister was like the perfect combination of my mom and my dad.
Okay.
So you know, people of color, especially Black folk, Latinos, we have this dark skin, light skin thing going on. It's been going on for centuries, and they just had an issue with it. But it started for me when I was 5, because you know, when you're little, your parents keep you away from stuff like that. Well, one of my older ignorant cousins that just doesn't know. No, she was ignorant.
Ignorant.
Okay.
Ignorant.
Ignorant is worse than ignorant.
Wow. say that ignorant. You gotta get it.
Put that egg in there.
You gotta show teeth in the egg. That's the. So talk about this ignorant.
She was you know what? God rest her soul. If she was still alive, I'd put her name out there. I really would. But
Set us up.
She
no,
set us up.
No, I'm being honest. Tell the truth. I'm being honest.
Okay.
She was a mean older woman, and
Okay.
she came to me when I was 5 and pulled, because I always had long hair. Pulled one of mine and said, "You got some pretty hair to be so black." And from there, it just. And when I was 5, I didn't know what that meant, but I know it didn't make me feel good.
Okay.
So my sister, her being 10, she was immediately ticked off. So she moved me away, and you know.
Did
But
that
I got that. But it still, like, it messed with my psyche,
Yes.
because I didn't know what that was about. Because my mom and dad didn't entertain foolery like that. So I was like, okay, we're down south. All right. So then as I got older, you know, they would say that about me in high school. They would tell me, oh my gosh, as black as she is, she ought to be hanging with us instead of hanging around
And
the
you
white
hear
girls.
this.
Yeah, I hear this, and I'm like, what does my complexion have to do with me listening to Smashing Pumpkins and Marilyn Manson? I don't get it. Like, I listen to rock because I like it.
There you go.
And you know, and they would say, oh, you listen to that white people music. I'm sorry, did you not know about Jimi Hendrix, Bad Brains, 24/7
Wow.
Size, like all these other great rock and roll black artists? I guess they just didn't exist. I don't know, but I used to
It's
get
because they stereotype. Everybody has a stereotype.
that. Yeah.
And they wanna put you in a category when you don't really have to be. You can be an individual. And that's what happens in high school. Actually, Dr. Royalty, that's how it actually really started. He
In
thought about
high
after
school.
in high school when he was younger. So it
And
all,
I, not to cut you off again, I went to Douglas for 50.
I went to Forest Park.
Oh my god, I went to Catholic High, the Catholic high school. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I went to a ratchet school, Southwestern.
I thought you went to I thought you went to Anderson.
I did. I got put out for like a year.
I was about to say that I didn't want to put him on blast.
And I went back.
So talk about your experiences being bullied.
Well, when I was younger, I was brought up in a religious school. So even there, we got bullied because there was a lot of different races, meaning like Arabs and Pakistanis, and it wasn't a lot of blacks.
Okay.
So I remember when I was younger, I was about 8 years old, and there was this Pakistani girl. She was having a big old sleepover, and she would invite everybody. And because I was naive, I was very naive to all of the separation. I just thought, you know, everything was love. So she invited everybody to the sleepover, and she's like, oh yeah, you're invited, you're invited. So then after school, there's like this big line outside of the classroom. And mind you, it's about 3 black people in the school. Every single person was invited in the line except the 3 black people. And I said, I thought we were invited. And she was like, no, you're too dark. No, you're not like us. And the parents were in it. They condoned all of this. So yeah. And then in high school, I went to a public high school, Forest Park. I thought it would be different. But no, I was hated on because I was Muslim and I didn't really want to fit into any crowd. And I was into sports. I was a cheerleader. I was into track. I was on the debate team. And it was a lot of stuff I was in. And it was just like all these little circles. I never really fit into any of those circles, and I wasn't trying to. I didn't really get it, you know. So I left that high school and took my GED and went straight to college. I was tired of it.
You dang bang. I shared this with the first group of people that came in. I got bullied because of my nose. I have a big nose. No, I do
You
not.
have a nice
like,
nose.
There's nothing wrong with your nose.
No, I have a
There's
big
nothing
nose.
wrong with your nose.
It's proportion to your face. Like, you've got a happy little round face. So if you had this tiny, tiny nose on that big face, it would look really funny.
Happy face. Have a happy face. But no, I used to get bullied. You know, like, look at him. Here come your big nose. Make room for the nose. And yeah.
Embrace your nose. That's a nice nose.
No, I really need this laugh. Thank you. I really need this laugh. But yeah, I was bullied about my nose, and how I overcame that was to tell myself that, hey, it's on my body. You know, I'm not going to do the Michael Jackson thing. I'm not going to do the Michael Jackson thing. I'm not going to chop it off. Get used to it. I'm in front of the camera. I'm on the radio. I'm in public. So gotta love it. If you don't, then
I feel
peace
like
out.
you should embrace anything that
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
makes fun of.
Exactly.
Because that's your strong point.
And that's another thing. It's like for me, no is my strongest word for me, because it encouraged me to do much more.
Yeah.
And same goes as if you pick on me, if you say any negative about me, it's only going to make me strong.
Yeah.
It's only, you can say whatever you want. It's only going to make me strong.
I'm learning. I've had some really deep-rooted issues at the hand of my complexion. And it seems like when I go other places, it's not as bad. It's something about being here, and it's probably because we're still a part of the southern state.
Okay.
Even though nobody in Baltimore want to admit it, this is a southern city. Maryland's a southern state. Stop playing. And we
Because
have a lot of
it's across the...
yeah. And a lot of people migrated from the South here, and
Okay.
so that mentality is still in us.
History.
We need a little, the more you know, it's a little star on top of my head.
Now we know. You know this after that.
But, I need to
could never be serious in here. Just never.
No, but it is. But what I am learning, just being involved with different people and knowing different people, that light skin dark skin thing, it's in the Indian community, it's in the black
It's everywhere.
community.